Here are 20 of the most dangerous selfies ever taken. I didn't include any obviously fake ones, such as the one shown here, as well. There isn't much point. This crazy guy is not only running with the bulls, but also taking a selfie whilst doing it. By the look of the picture, he seems to be jogging and not running. If I was taking a selfie, the last place I would do it would be 2 feet in front of 1,000 pounds of muscle with horns. What do lions eat? Oh yes, meat. And what are people made of? Oh yes, that's meat too. This was a bit of a stupid idea. What's up to 2 meters tall, weighs over a ton, can move at 35 miles per hour, and has the temperament of a pissed off, premenstrual psychopath with a grudge? It's a bison, of course. So what made this lady think that it would be okay to endanger not only herself but also her son just to take a picture? They were lucky to escape unhurt. Russian daredevil Yaroslav Sahida and friend took this selfie after free climbing up a building. Russia is now campaigning to stop people risking their lives in such a manner by placing signs near to popular selfie hotspots. I'm sure that will be a big deterrent. Everyone is scared to death of signs. Camels aren't known for being the most pleasant of animals. It seems they are always having the hump over something. This lady was travelling through Perth, Australia, when she decided to take a selfie with a camel. It seems that the camel didn't really like the idea. British daredevil James Kingston has released various videos and images of himself climbing buildings, bridges and cranes all over the world. Here he takes a selfie at the top of a building in Bangalore. He even managed to take a selfie stick with him. What a hero. When flying a glider, you think that you would have to concentrate. Obviously not if you're this guy. Thousands of feet up in the air, he calmly reaches his hand out of the window and snaps a selfie. Good job he didn't drop his phone. Another Brit, Lee Thompson, was lucky enough to be allowed to climb the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The view is amazing, but just imagine the fall if something went wrong. This man was travelling in the plane that you can see in the background. The plane crashed into the sea just off the coast of Hawaii. He had the time to take a selfie whilst he was bobbing up and down on the waves. On a sadder note, there was one fatality in the crash. The person who died was Loretta Fuddy, the lady who released US President Barack Obama's birth certificate. Taking a selfie with a bear in the background seems to be gaining in popularity. So much so that park rangers are specifically advising people not to do it. No one needs to meet a grisly end like this. Jared Frank was videoing himself stood right next to a train line in Peru. What he did not expect was the kick in the face he got from the train driver. Whether the driver thought that Jared was too close and was trying to push him out of the way of the train, or whether he was just annoyed at his stupidity, we may never know. This woman thought it would be a good idea to take a selfie right in front of a pack of wild polar bears. If they weren't distracted by that whale meat, she would have been on the menu herself. Another person who thinks it's funny to take a selfie with a hungry bear in the background. If bears actually do shit in the woods, I wonder if this bear's poop will have this guy's cap in it. This brave person took a partial selfie whilst dangling their feet over the Gangnam district in Seoul, South Korea. I wonder if their shoes fell to their doom. This guy thought it would be clever to take a selfie of himself during the Houston Bull Run. He managed to survive to tell the tale. His phone also miraculously made it. This man has parked on the tracks, which means he simply cannot just jump out of the way. I can only hope for his sake that the train was about to take the track to the left and not come straight on and give him a car ride he'll never forget. I'm not even sure what is going on here. All I know is that if a plane I was travelling on started to fill with smoke, the first thing I would reach for would not be my camera. Also, he looks so calm whilst everybody else seems to be panicking. This man is a badass. I know what would be a good idea. Set myself on fire and take a selfie. For my next trick, I'm going to show you how to juggle live grenades. Then, I might make some toast in the bath. Now, open wide and say ah. Either this guy has a death wish or he is this bear's dentist. The fact that his head is roughly the same size as the bear's mouth should tell you that this is a bad idea. When you are in a shark cage and a shark approaches, I'm sure you're not supposed to stick your head out. I mean, what's the point of the cage? No wonder the shark seems to have a smile on its face. There's an idiot on the menu. That brings this episode of Curious Tens to a close. Please feel free to leave your comments and make sure to subscribe.